This answer is powered by AskQuesty.com. Get help with your Squarespace questions or tasks on demand.
Today we'll be looking at how to change your mobile menu from a single column to 2 columns in Squarespace. So here we have the 5 template, and as you can see on mobile devices or small devices, we now have 2 columns rather than having just one. So I'll show you how to get that done for the 5 template, and the steps are a little bit different if you're using like the Galapagos template, where we also have our 2 columns. So I'll show you how to get that done. So we'll start with the 5 template. So here we have like the regular desktop site, and as you can see, when the page is made smaller or when you view the site from a mobile device, it'll just have this one column. So we're gonna fix that. So the first step to doing this, first of all, what you need to do is to right click on any of the menu items and go to inspect element, and this will work either in Firefox or Google Chrome. And once you've done that, you're going to scroll up a bit on the page and you're going to look for the LI element. This is for list item, and every menu will have a list item, and there's a list item for every menu element. So we have our UL, which is the unordered list, and that kind of governs the entire list here. But we're also looking for something that says above UL that says nav or navigation. So what we're looking at is this right here, something that covers the entire menu list but has something in it that says navigation, because we need this to kind of identify the list in the CSS code we're about to add. So what we'll do, because it says mobile navigation, this is exactly what we need. So we're going to just double click here and hit Control C to copy that. And then we can close out our element inspector. I'm going to make the screen white again so you can see the CSS properly. We're going to go into the back end of the site. Next, we're going to click on Design and go to Custom CSS. Okay, let's scroll down so we can see that properly. And right in here, we're going to type our CSS code. So we'll start with hashtag mobile navigation, and then we'll add UL to specify our unordered list, and also LI to specify the list items in that unordered list. And we're going to type width 49.5%. And we're going to use 49.5% because sometimes there's like a border or like a tiny bit of like padding or margin that kind of sets it off from the 50%. So 49.5 is going to be pretty close, and it's always going to work when you use 49.5, because sometimes if you use 50%, it just doesn't apply. So underneath that, we'll add display : inline block, and this will tell the items to kind of sit next to each other rather than stack them on top of each other as they are now. And we're going to add exclamation mark important to kind of override any of the existing code that's there. And the last thing would be vertical --align top, and that would tell all of the list items to align to the top rather than doing their own thing. So once that's done, hit save, and we're going to check the site again by going out of it, and we're going to minimize the screen. And as you can see here, the list items are just 50%, 2 columns, and that's exactly what we want. So if you're using a template like Galapagos, it's going to work a little differently, and I'll show you why. So this is the Galapagos template, and as we make it smaller and check the mobile view, you can see the default is just one column. So again, we'll do the same steps of right clicking on a list item, go to inspect element. Right, so here we have our list items, and this is our UL, and we're looking for that div that has something to do with nav in it that covers the entire block. So this would be it. But so this is what we're looking for, nav dash container. And however, because it doesn't say mobile nav or anything to do with mobile like how it did in the 5 template, we're going to need to check what would be the breakpoint of the site. And the breakpoint is at which point does it switch from a regular menu to a mobile menu. So here we have the regular menu, and as you make the screen smaller, it switches to the mobile menu. So you can check that by kind of like inching this up just a bit, like 720, that's not it. 722, that's not it. 725, it gets the desktop view, but if you reduce it to 724, it gives you the mobile view. So we're looking at a 724 pixels breakpoint. Anything less than any device or any browser with less than 724 pixels, the mobile menu will kick in. So that's what we're looking for there. So the first thing we're going to do is just to copy this class, nav container. We're going to close the inspector element. And again, we're going to go into the backend of the site. We're going to hit design and custom CSS. Same steps as before. Except here, we're going to add that breakpoint first of all by adding at media max width 724 pixels. We can add the open and closing braces. And we'll add dots, and we will paste in nav container that we copied before. And we add the UL, LI. And then from there, the same steps or the same CSS code is going to be added. So with 49.5%, you'll also add display in main block, the important flag. And the very last thing was vertical align to top. And we're going to save those changes. Right? And we'll view the website again. So had we not added the app media for 724, the two columns would have applied here because they don't have a specific mobile menu. So now that we made the screen smaller, there's two nice columns here, and that's exactly what we're looking for. And you can follow those same steps for any template. And just remember, if it doesn't say mobile nav or mobile anything, you need to check for that breakpoint and add it when you're adding your code. So that's it.
Was this helpful? Ask a Squarespace question now. AskQuesty.com.